Hard work isn't your problem. This is. Hard work is not your problem. And if that statement just annoyed you, good. Because you've been told your entire life that if you just work harder, everything changes. So explain this. Why are some of the hardest working professionals still stuck when it comes to building extra income? You're not lazy. You're not distracted. You're not undisciplined. So what's actually breaking? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the invisible mistake that keeps hardworking people financially stuck. And once you see it, you won't unsee it. Here's the truth. You might actually be working too hard. And that's exactly why your extra income isn't growing. Because if effort alone created wealth, the hardest workers would be the richest. But they are not. Listen carefully. You wake up early, you commute, you think all day, you solve problems. You carry responsibility. You're not lazy. You are disciplined. But when it comes to building extra income, progress feels inconsistent. You start strong, you research, you open tabs, you plan, the momentum fades. Not because you lack ambition, because something invisible is draining you. And it's not effort, it's friction. What most professionals misunderstand. They believe if I just push harder after work, I'll break through. So they stack more on top of an already full day. More hours, more information, more complexity. But wealth isn't built on intensity. It's built on repeatability. And repeatability collapses when friction is high. Let me show you what that means. Hard work becomes ineffective when it requires constant decisions. What strategy today? How much capital? Is this the right timing? Should I adjust? Should I wait? Every decision drains energy. By evening, your brain wants certainty, not analysis. So you hesitate or overthink or scroll or over-adjust. That's not laziness. That's cognitive overload. And overload kills consistency. Think about elite performers. They don't rely on emotion. They rely on systems. Athletes recover before competing again. Executives schedule high-stakes decisions during peak energy. But professionals trying to build extra income, they try to build their future with leftovers. And leftovers don't compound. So here's the shift. The problem isn't your work ethic. It's that your income model depends on peak energy. But you don't live in peak energy. You live in cycles. High focus during the day, lower clarity at night. If your system requires constant analysis, it will fail when energy drops, which means it was poorly designed. This is why I built the 3C framework, not for influencers, not for people with unlimited time, for working professionals, people with responsibility, people with constraints. 3 stabilizers: clarity, control, consistency. First, clarity. When you're tired, you cannot afford decisions, so remove them. Clear execution window, clear criteria, clear risk, clear exit. When the time hits, you execute, no improvising. Second, control. Hard workers often sabotage themselves here. Because when effort feels high, they increase risk to justify it. That's emotion. Structure doesn't compensate. It standardizes. Fixed allocation, fixed risk, fixed exposure. Control protects you from yourself. Third, consistency. Intensity loves bursts. Wealth loves repetition. 4 emotional grind sessions do less than 1 structured hour, repeated 5 times a week. Consistency reduces variance. Reduced variance creates stability. Stability compounds. Here's the identity shift. You are trained to believe more effort equals more reward. That works in employment. It does not scale in wealth building. Income systems respond to structure, not struggle. If your extra income plan depends on motivation, it's fragile because your job isn't disappearing. Stress won't vanish, energy will fluctuate. So build something that survives fluctuation. Hard work isn't the problem. Unstructured hard work is. If you're disciplined, you don't need more effort. You need architecture, clarity, control, consistency. Because emotion fluctuates, structure doesn't. And that's how busy professionals build real extra income without quitting their job.